عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Alhamdulillah, we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who created us, and we bestow peace and blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Please make sure you all say sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, because we're not just talking about an ordinary man here, are we? We're not just talking about an average Joe Blow on the street, you know? We're talking about the man who came to correct the mistakes of society. Desert Arabia, that was burying their children alive, burying the unwanted children, the female children, alive. And once they're walking away from the grave, they put the baby inside. They can hear the cries of the child, and they do nothing about it. So this man, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, who, as Hamza has correctly said, was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy, even before he got the message of Islam, had to correct this mistake. Imagine that. We're not coming to a nation of people with those type of problems. Generally, this society is full of good people. It's full of good people with good intentions. You can see them. You can see them on a daily basis around you, brothers and sisters. But this society is full of contradictions. It's full of contradictions. Overwhelming goodness and good intent, like I've just said. But at the same time, evil untold. Why? Because the implementation of man-made laws. Man-made laws destroy communities, destroy families, make people kill each other. You can see it, it's clear. Have a look in the society. When there is a society, is this giving me feedback? Or I can hear myself. It's a really evil thing, I say. Anyway, you know, this society has so much potential. Britain today. Britain today is a different Britain that was when I was born in 1964, right? 1964. You guys would probably not even thought of, most of you, yeah. But the society that we have, you know, and hence, right, Abdul Rahim, I mean, obviously my old pal, I mean, he chose this topic and then left me in the lurch. I'm loving it. Islam. I mean, just to give you a sort of indication, you know the M there, yeah? You know the M, yeah? You know what it stands for, yeah? I don't want to get lightless. But the M there, I was traveling from Kuwait to Saudi Arabia in a four-wheel drive car with some guys from Kuwait, some Kuwaitis, and I noticed something. About the journey. Because every now and again, as Muslims, if you may not know, some of you may know, you pray 5 times a day, isn't it? Yeah? Do you pray 5 times a day? Are you sure? Oh, that's good. I'm glad about that. At least I'm not on my own then, yeah? Like the brother says, we've got 1.6 billion people doing it, so must be something right about it. But the M, every time we wanted to pray, we just looked for the M. And sure enough, we saw it. M for mosque. But behind the mosque would be McDonald's. So every time you went to pray, you are befitted, reminded of Western society. The best of the West. McDonald's. Burgers like you never tasted before. I love it. And then you get into the masjid. You leave the McDonald's, by the way. We didn't eat in the McDonald's, by the way. I'll tell you why afterwards. But You might already have guessed. So there we are, praying in the masjid and getting the benefits of God, or benefits of Allah, which is of course much more than just much more than just a physical requirement that you're satisfying. It's of course the requirements of feeding the soul. Feeding the soul. So 5 times a day you eat. 5 times a day you pray. And that's your spiritual nurturing of your human form, the soul. But on another level, or another issue, I was traveling through East London the other day, and just to let you know how things are going these days in the West. I saw a hearse parked outside the church. Usually you see hearses parked outside churches, don't you? Yeah? What are they doing outside churches? What are they doing? Collecting dead people and taking them to the grave, right? This hearse was on the back of a parking truck. The hearse was on the back of the parking truck, and the traffic warden had already written the ticket out. Giving tickets to a dead person. That's how society has changed since I was born until current day. So don't leave your hearse outside the masjid or the church anymore. It's not allowed. You will have a ticket and you'll take it to the grave. Because you won't be able to pay it, obviously, so your inheritors will get it, right? But society that we have, of course, it does have many good things. This society, as we know, has many good things. We have, for example, football. We've got football. Does anyone watch football? Yeah? Do you like football? Do you play it? Do you live it?
Sometimes.
Yeah, come on, man. I know what you guys are thinking. Straight away when you get out of here, you're going to turn on that old Man United match from, what was it, yesterday? Yeah? Where you're going to watch Rooney knock the ball into the back of the net 55 times, and then they're going to analyze it 20 times over, saying, yeah, well, if he just put it slightly to the left, it would have been more spectacular. And the goalkeeper may have not just quite looked so stupid. And forever, on and on and on. My wife was telling me, I don't mind you listening to football. I must admit, I'm a sucker as well, like some of you. But, she was telling me, I can understand you watching the goal once, or maybe twice. But when it gets to, like 15 times, and then they commentated on it for 5 hours, it's a bit pathetic, isn't it? And it's not really the purpose of life to watch football, is it? But I don't think that Rooney has got the purpose of life himself. I don't think Beckham will be able to tell you what is the purpose of life. I don't think that even the manager of Manchester United could tell you the purpose of life, right? Well, maybe they've not even thought about the purpose of life. The point here is, in this society, this I'm loving it, chaotic world that we're living in, we're not really making a lot of sense. We're not doing justice to ourselves as human beings. And happiness, like Hamza had mentioned, happiness is the be-all and end-all of everything in society, isn't it? And like Hamza also mentioned, and I'd just like to add to that, for example, if you look at the actors, the footballers' wives, the wags, as they call them, many of them, of course, are incredible.